This is kind of a side effect of COVID, but it's a story that I've been watching, and many of you have talked about it. I've talked to some of you who listen to this program about this, how this is a perfect example of when the government steps in, oftentimes they're not aware of the unintended consequences of their actions. And it's why anytime we pass social programs, safety nets, anything like that, we have to be aware of human nature and take that into play. And so here we have a situation where unemployment was the amount or dollar amount for unemployment was increased during the pandemic. This is a policy that I support and supported at the time because I truly believe that without the government getting involved in the stimulus checks and everything else, that we could have really fallen into a severe recession. And I give President Trump and Congress a huge amount of credit for this. But again, you have to have an awareness of what the overall impacts are going to be. So on the one hand, you're trying to keep the country out of a recession, keep foreclosures from happening, allow people to pay their bills and to eat. But on the other hand, are you creating an incentive for them to not go back to work? Perfect example of the best intentions, not being aware of unintended consequences, and here you have a government program that was designed to save the economy, and now it's hurting the economy. Well, I think that if you wanted to do this right, here's just something off the top of my mind that I would suggest in a government program during a pandemic to keep the country open. Yes, we're going to send you more unemployment. Yes, we want you to eat. We don't want foreclosures. We don't want people on the streets homeless. However, there's going to become a cutoff point. And at that cutoff point, what we're going to do is instead of giving you a weekly unemployment check, we're going to write you a check upon getting a job and keeping that job. You see what I'm saying? So now you've had some forethought and you've said, all right, we know this is going to keep people from working. And there are many of us out there who are saying this was going to happen. And so how do we benefit in the short term? But then how do we handle the unintended human nature consequences at the end?